I'm Al Sutherland with your Mesonet Weather Report. Oklahoma's sun lamp was working overtime this week. On Sunday, July 29th, all Mesonet sites recorded 100 or higher air temperatures. That was only the third time in the history of the Mesonet that has happened. Only 2 days later, Tuesday, July 29th, it happened again. Every Mesonet site recorded at least 100 degrees. We finished July with Granfield reporting 40 days with a high of 100 or more degrees. Antlers came in the lowest at 6 days at or above 100, shaded light yellow on the map. On Wednesday, August kicked off with a scorcher, one of the hotter days of the summer. The vast majority of the state had temperatures at or above 110 degrees, colored purple on our map. To find a map with rain, we had to go back 10 days, and even then, there wasn't much rain for most of Oklahoma. Decent rains fell in the green and tan colored areas in southeast Oklahoma and in a small band north of Woodward. A graph of El Reno soil moisture shows how July depleted what moisture we had. This graph starts June 1st. The red line showing 2-inch soil moisture goes up rapidly after each rain event, then drops fast as the soil dries. The orange line shows 10-inch soil moisture. It steadily falls with just a couple of small rises in June. The green line shows 24-inch deep soil moisture. It held steady at about 50% soil moisture in June, but all through July steadily declined until now it's under 20%. Gary, some tough times out there as we start August hot and dry.
Thanks, Al. Well, now that we're done with July, I think we can chalk that month up to a loss because it did very little to alleviate our drought or heat situations we had coming into the summer. Well, let's start out with a look at the Oklahoma Mesonet departure from normal temperature map for the month of July. As you can see, lots of dark, deep reds on that map, indicating temperatures from 3 to 4 degrees above normal, and in some cases even higher. As a whole, the month ended as the 6th warmest July on record, and that contributed to the warmest January through July on record for the state, dating back to 1895. So we're well on our way to the warmest year on record. 1954 was the actual warmest year before this one, so we're going to have a horse race to the end. Moving on to the July rainfall map from the Oklahoma Mesonet, you can see lots of stations on there with less than an inch of rainfall. But we did have some pretty good rains down in southeastern Oklahoma. Idabel with 5.75 inches led the state, and also up in the northwest where Buffalo had 3.08 inches. Now it did end up statewide as the 15th driest July on record, with a statewide average of 1.11 inches, which is more than 1.6 inches below normal. And that also contributed to the 3rd driest May through July on record, so right through the spring rainy season, and that's when we've seen that drought really explode. That shows up pretty well on the July percent of normal rainfall map, where much of the state was 20% or less of normal rainfall for the month of July. And you can see that area in southeast Oklahoma that actually had some pretty decent rains. Let's go straight to the latest U.S. Drought Monitor report and see the damage. As you can see, much of the state is now covered by at least extreme drought. We do have those areas of severe drought in southeastern and south central Oklahoma and up in the northeast. But we also have that area up in the northwest of exceptional drought, the worst drought category. And that area is spreading as well as the extreme drought category. So there you have the latest news on our 3rd straight summer with drought conditions. About all we can do is hope for some rain and some cooler weather. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.